Hello and a massive welcome, Kent Business College apprentices. We are diving into a really critical piece of the puzzle for your Level 4 apprenticeship today. We're talking about K2, Project Alignment. We're going to break down exactly what it is, why it's a total game changer for your success, and most importantly, how you can absolutely nail it.
So let me start by asking you a question. Think about the project you're working on right now. Are you just being busy, ticking off tasks, hitting those deadlines, or are you creating real, measurable value for your organization? It seems like a simple question, doesn't it? But the answer, well, that's the entire key to understanding K2.
Because here's the deal. A project that isn't lined up with the company's big goals is, well, it's just like this. It's a ship, and it's moving fast, looking really impressive, but it's headed in completely the wrong direction. It's lost. And this idea, this ship and its destination, we're going to come back to this.
Okay, to make this all feel a bit more real, let's meet Jody. She's an associate project manager apprentice, probably a lot like you, and she's working at a company called IBS Stores. Now, Jody is great at her job. She gets stuff done, her project is moving along at a good clip, but she's got this nagging feeling. Is all this work, all this activity actually helping the business in a meaningful way?
See, Jody needs a compass, something to check her course and make sure she's on track, and that's exactly what K2 is. Think of it as the compass that guarantees your project ship is pointed directly at the company's most important destinations.
And then it happens. Her manager, Riddle, asks the big question. And this isn't just a simple progress check. Riddle is asking about strategic alignment. She's asking Jody to connect the dots between the what of the project and the why of the business.
Jody feels a bit on the spot, a little stuck. So she does the smartest thing an apprentice can do. She asks for help. She goes to her mentor, Adam, and her skills coach, Olivia. And here's the cool part. They don't just hand her the answer. They give her the tools, the map, and the compass to figure it out for herself.
Adam, her mentor, starts with the basics. He explains that K2 is all about making that connection. It's making sure that everything you do, the whole purpose of the project, its scope, the outcomes, directly helps the business achieve its main goals, whether that's growth, making customers happier, you name it. You're not just delivering a product, you're delivering on a strategic promise.
Then Olivia, her coach, takes it a step further. She shows Jody that K2 isn't some abstract idea. It's a super practical tool for everything. It helps you prioritize your time on the right stuff. It gives you the language to justify costs by talking about value. It totally redefines what quality even means. And it's your best weapon against scope creep. When people keep adding things to the project. K2 is the thing that keeps the whole team focused on the real end goal.
All right, so the theory is great, right? But now Jody has to actually use it. She's got the compass, and it's time to navigate a real-world problem.
And just like that, an email lands in her inbox. A stakeholder wants to add a new feature to the app update project. The old Jody might have just jumped into calculating the extra time and money. But the new Jody, she reaches for her K2 compass first.
This slide just shows the difference so clearly. The old way, just the facts. It'll add 2 weeks and 5,000 pounds. But the K2 Navigator way, Jody gives that information, but she adds the crucial strategic context. She connects this change directly back to a core business objective for IB Stores. Suddenly, she's not just talking about cost, she's talking about value. It's a total mindset shift. What Jody just did there, it follows a super clear path that you can use too. First, she understood the big idea. Then, she went and found the specific business objectives in her project paperwork. Next, she applied that knowledge to a real task. And finally, she justified her recommendation using the language of alignment. It's simple, it's repeatable, and it is seriously powerful.
And now for the part I know you've been waiting for. How do you take all this amazing work and turn it into rock-solid portfolio evidence for Aptem? Jody's story is the perfect guide.
Just look at this. This is a little snippet from a highlight report Jody wrote. Check out the language she's using. She's not just saying, we're doing the change. She is explicitly stating why. She links it to the big goal, she puts a number on the expected benefit, and she makes a crystal clear recommendation based on that strategic value. This is pure gold for your portfolio. It's exactly what assessors want to see.
And this table here, it maps it all out for you. Joey's actions translate directly to the evidence you need. A status report isn't just an update, it's proof that you're thinking strategically. Your meeting notes, or even just a short reflective account, can show how you made a decision. This is how you prove you're working at that level 4 standard.
So, you've built the skill, you've gathered your evidence. Now it's time to get ready for the final test, your endpoint assessment, or EPA.
So her coach, Olivia, comes back into the picture. And the best way to prep for the EPA is to practice. Practice talking about your real-life experiences using the official language of the standards. So Olivia starts a little practice Q&A with Jody.
Olivia lobs a classic EPA question at her. It's not a trick. The assessor just wants to hear the story of how you took this theory and made it real. And Jody's answer? It's confident, it's specific. She talks about a routine she created, starting meetings by reminding everyone of the objective. This shows she wasn't just aware of the goal, she was actively using it to lead her team and keep them focused on the why. Olivia hits her with another common one, asking for a specific example. And this is where having a great story, like that change request, is absolutely essential. Look at this, it's a perfect answer. She's using the STAR method without even sounding robotic. She sets the scene, a change request, explains her task, to assess it, describes her action, assessed it against the objective, and shares the result, a clear recommendation to the project board. That is music to an assessor's ears.
And this is maybe the most important takeaway of all. Your EPA, and really your whole apprenticeship, it is not about making a boring list of things you did. It's about telling a great story. The story of how you understood what your company needed, and then you helped make it happen. It's all about value.
So, Jody is no longer just a busy apprentice, right? She's become a confident project navigator. She's using those big strategic objectives as her true north, her compass, to deliver real, tangible value for IBIS stores. And that's the transformation we're talking about.
So I'm going to leave you with that same question we started with, but maybe it feels a little different now. Are you just managing tasks, or are you ready to start navigating to value? Because that, right there, is the journey that K2 sets you on. Thanks so much for tuning in.